everything sticks to Stefan Diggs' hands?
No, I can't believe how easy it was.
Athletic in their familiar blue, red and white stripes with the black trunks, the all-white of Real Madrid. Defending the goal towards the right. Always interesting with the ball to feet for Thibaut Courtois. But he handles that one well. Phil Shane alongside Ray Hudson, and glad you could join us. Real Madrid have won each of their opening 3 games, Ray, but for Athletic Bilbao, they've only played 2. Their last match was supposed to be at Rayo. Again, Courtois showing his foot skills. But Rayo with some stadium problems and no home games till they get them fixed, so they have not played in 3 weeks, Ray.
Yeah, not the ideal build-up to a game like this. The Lions are in their den here, of course. The Lions of Athletic Club, this is their nickname, but they will be facing a different breed of lion in these white shirts because this man has really been on fire. Good ball!
Into the path of Asensio, lays it down for Modric, who just tucks it wide.
Gareth Bale again sets it up beautifully with an insightful pass. Right into the feet. Look at this from Gareth. Magic, and that's an amazing ball on the hop by Asensio. He takes all the pace off for Modric, and Modric just can't angle it past Unai Simon.
This will be Kroos, the defensive midfielder with the corner, looking for Bale. Well defended. Look like a chance here from Marcelo that just whips through.
It's a wonderful build-up there by Gareth Bale, just exemplifying all the praise we were heaping on him in the pre-game. Asking a serious question of Asensio by fizzing that ball right into him, and then the dexterity of touch from Asensio to settle the ball for Modric. Outstanding.
Varane tucking it back. Now it bounces up on Ramos, but he shields it well. Susaeta nipping at his heels, and then he takes a chunk.
And that's the coolness of the captain under pressure. The ball is miscontrolled. I don't think it takes a hop up on him, Phil. I think it's just his first touch just lifted the ball, and then it went, as you say, all awry.
Looking at our AT&T starting lineups. Lopetegui, who grew up right around here. That's the Asu. So some Basque connections as well as the under-21 from Munayin. Laid back, intercepted by Marcelo. Keeps it in play, but then it trickles away. Take another look.
Well, the ball's roller coasted into him, and there he controls it nicely, but then he doesn't control it nicely. It controlled onto his kneecap and then pops away from him. Nothing wrong with the service from Courtois. And Real Madrid play out of the back so well, and it's usually, well, it's often through Sergio Ramos. Nearly getting caught out there by an unfortunate little pop. That's a risk. Often leads to rewards. Nice new spiffy strip from Athletic Club. That big red block on the back.
It's a little bit easier for us.
Stripes on the front than last season's outfit.
Easier to see the number, although black on red can kind of blur, but we'll take it. There's Berizzo, and a great story about the Argentine. Did not really end that well at Sevilla when he was let go just before Christmas, and just after he had gone through successful cancer rehabilitation. The good news is the fact that the cancer is gone and he is back. Sweet touch from Marco. Actually, Nani Garcia playing that defensive midfield role.
Both the La Liga fixtures in this wonderful matchup finished level last season. Real Madrid dropping way too many points in their battle for the La Liga crown, dropping 16 out of the 36 Liga matches. It's too many points and too many fish lets off hooks for Real Madrid. But this year, Phil, there's a new attitude. It's certainly been discernible. And this is going to be the biggest test that they've faced. And this is ahead of the game in the Champions League against the Wolves of Rome on Wednesday.
Ramos throwing his body in to try and deny Iñaki Williams, but Williams keeps it in play. And now a foul the other way as Ramos picking himself off the turf again.
He's a live wire, all right, Iñaki. Not a prolific goal scorer by anybody's standards. Just 21 in 121 Liga performances.
Although much of that time has been in support of Aritz Aduriz,
right,
who's scored 142 goals over the last 6.
Hasn't been an out-and-out point man. That's his operation today, and he's a danger. No question about that. He's a talent, Iñaki.
Chance for Ceballos. Getting some faith from Lopetegui. But on Asensio, what an international break he had. Give and go for Benzema. No foul, says Gonzalez.
Well played. From one side of the pitch to the other, through the goalkeeper. That's beautiful football.
Susaeta hurdles Ramos, switches.
Good pass.
Rahal dropping back. Around Asensio, but the adjustment throws the shot
the
off.
Applaudable football coming through Unai Simon, the 21-year-old youth product, and that is beautiful La Liga Santander football. They swing the ball around, the pressure's applied by Benzema on the goalkeeper, and Simon just keeps ushering the ball one end to the other, and it leads to a good attack.
Now for Modric, UEFA Player of the Year, maybe World Player of the Year for the Croatian. Here's Asensio, burst of speed into the 18, but then quickly out. Swings it in, but covered well by Garcia. Headed back into the middle of the park, though. Marcelo on his left, just in front of Ceballos. Ramos with time now.
Barcelona, of course, still at 100%, doing the damage today again in their own way, but it's going to be a different race for the La Liga crown, it seems, this year. Atletico Madrid seeming having their problems, along with Valencia, two of the teams that were expected to really push Barcelona.
Atletico's dropped points in 3 of their first 4 games. You can download our Ford beIN Sports Connect app from your app store, and just take a look at beInSports.com on the TV guide, and you'll see all that you can get free and in full HD. Gotta figure out what's going on with Atleti. But in all honesty, Ray, the last 2 seasons, they have made some big changes in the offseason, and mid-season, it seems as though Simeone just decides to strap them back to the Atleti style, and things come together.
Well, either way, they're making too many mistakes, and some of the biggest players being uncharacteristic mistakes. That's not been the case with these Royal Whites this season. And this Athletic club really need to rejuvenate their season after, well, in all honesty, one of the poorest Athletic clubs I've seen in a long time. Last year, finished 16th position.
A decade ago, they finished 17th, but those are the only 2 times they finished that close to relegation in recorded history. Cutting inside. Still champing at the bit. Carvajal stays with it, though. Inigo Martinez clears, and now it's out to safety. Ran's attempted clearance. Susaeta, 1 touch to Garcia. Now in for Iñaki. This is the foot match, the race that we're looking for, but Varane's legs just long enough. the other way. Little change of pace for Asensio. Swept back, but into the path of Benz. Touched away by Uri. Tries to sweep it with his left, but can't.
Was it well enough, though, Uri Alvarez, just to put out this fire that was started wonderfully from Marco Asensio, taking on the one-time young phenomenon, Inika Munayin, and just getting the better of him. Very good matchup.
Bale has not seen much of the ball yet. Now 10 minutes in. Deflected away by Yuri Berchiche, the loanee from PSG. Back in the middle, Garcia. Now to Ike. Look away.
Nicely.
Finds Garcia. In for Iñaki, but the angles were off.
No, the angle was right, but the pace of the ball was wrong. It's fed too strong. It's a lovely angle for him to find, but again, the ball just al dente with the pass, but good build-up. Ika Munayin centrally involved with everything.
Answered a question there as well, Ray. Not that it came outside the 18, but how quick off his line is Courtois, and quick enough that time.
Yeah, he's got the legs all right, but we'll see over the course of the season how much that alacrity is there. It certainly was with the backup goalkeeper, and that's what he's got to produce. He did it nicely, and his feet have been good. Playing some nice passes from the back as well. Courtois.
Knocked off by Ramos. Fans wanted a whistle. Gonzalez says no.
Bale telling Ceballos, feed me, clip me over the top. I've got the defence square.
Loses it to Garcia, but comes back to win it. Tracking back Inigo Martinez. Controversially bought away. He was the captain for Real Sociedad, but when they sold Laporte to Manchester City, they needed a replacement, and they admit they overpaid. They had to get Inigo, and he's helped lock up that back line. Benyat. But Yuri. And on with the soft touch. Marcelo, center of the park. Asensio now on the left.
Real Madrid able to push Marcelo very high, on the knowledge that Iñaki Williams is the only sole threat, leaving him to Ramos and Varane. Marcelo will be a lot more advanced in this situation, and there will be substantial threat from this man on the ball.
Asensio, the flicked pass to Marcelo. Benzema tries to do the same but can't. Back in for Benyat. Echeverria getting a run out. He's had to live in the shadows since moving from Betis. Not this year. Williams. Sayeta. Echeverria. Near side, Oscar de Marcos. So much talent on this athletic side. Can they convert that into points? Uri. Talk about cancer comebacks. His career derailed twice, but he is back.
Nice pass again.
Lovely football. On the shooting foot. Going far post, but Iñaki sends it wide.
Beautiful build-ups. Raul Garcia that feeds this lovely dink ball right there. Beautiful pass leading on. An impossible angle to get it past both Varane and Thibaut Courtois. Shanks it a little bit. Got his angles right and knows this one's going to miss.
He knows those are the ones that need to find the net if they're going to get an upset here today. Strong step up by Dani Garcia. Switching fields to Susayeta. Takes the shot, and it curls past that upper corner.
He has been exceptional in the first 15 minutes. Akel Susayeta, 30 years of age now, but playing like a spring chicken. This one's flamethrower over the top, but his passes have been really embroidering this team put together. And you can see his teammates usually see those ones bulging the net in practice.
Carvajal. Interesting note, by the way, Ray, and I know it's only been 3 games. Modric keeps it alive. Carvajal, one of 3 players who have played every minute under Julen Lopetegui. Ramos and Benzema, the others. Here's Asensio. Tries to force it through. Deflecting right to Simon.
And the range of Gareth Bale's passes creating danger. Doesn't need anywhere this time, but Asensio is found by Gareth's vision, able to drop back and leave Benzema as the lone wolf up front. And a good purpose. Bale's passing this year has been something to behold. And his assist work, his unselfishness has been very notable and applaudable.
Well, outscoring the opposition 10-2 so far over the opening 3 games, Ray. Are you surprised that they've been able to score so much in the absence of Cristiano Ronaldo?
Everybody has, Phil. But they're playing with such a smile on their face, and really they've been folding in on each other's confidence right throughout the team. But it's been highlighted by the number 9 and the number 11, who have really been razor sharp and looking as if they are, well, one hand washing the other. The combination between them has been augmented by Asensio and the wonderful Isco, who is on the bench looking on.
Modric one-touched cross, a lot more one-touch here, and a commitment to go forward under Lopetegui. Kind of makes you wonder what could have happened in Russia this past summer. Which then again, watching Spain's demolition of the finalist Croatia recently gives you another idea. An early exit. Because Lopetegui decided to go to Real Madrid to replace Zinedine Zidane, and the Federation wasn't too pleased. Marcelo got away from him a bit, but shields well. Now turns, drives to goal, but on his right foot. Modric in, bends to his left.
Beautiful setup by Real Madrid. Marcelo starts it off on this deep side. It ends up at the feet of Benz, courtesy of Luka. Lovely little dagger ball, and then the caress, a honey drip on it, and then the blast is nowhere near. But this is where Marcelo keeps it alive. Breakdancing on the job, Brazilian style, class again, world class.
Skips through. You see Garcia starting to push forward, the former Atleti and Osasuna man, almost changing this into a 4-2-3-1 with Garcia between Susaeta and Munayin. And you talked about Williams being the danger man, but if Real Madrid doesn't keep their eyes open, Susaeta, Garcia and Munayin can change that quickly.
Well, that's the whole point of playing the lone wolf and allowing those 3 to flood on in unison or individually. That commitment's got to be there. The attitude has got to be set forward against this Real Madrid team, who look as if, again, their passing game is sharp. There's no fat on this team. Good run again by Bale.
Gross changes the angle, finds Bale, onside turn, and a shot. A late flag coming up. That one may be spotted by the ref. Maybe worth another look.
Gets caught in between the devil and the deep blue sea, unfortunately.
Linesman on the far side just changing hands. That's what took so long, but getting Bale involved can't be. Foot race to the loose ball. Sneaks through. Susaeta has Iñaki on the inside. Tries to find him. Varane parries it away.
Well, he'll be regretting this one. Unfortunately, great support by Markel Susayeta. They got a little bit of a break there as that ball found its way through to Susayeta. He had an angle for the pop-it goal, but he felt Inaki was the better option.
Modric clipping Iker unintentionally, but it still hurts.
And yeah, there's that little bit of luck. It comes off Sergio Ramos, and you can see if he had played that ball a little bit in front of Inaki, he might have been on for the one-touch slingshot past Courtois, but plays it a little too square, hurries his pass, unfortunately. Great opportunity that for Athletic Club.
One start to this one, opening half. Rizzo maybe a little more open than he would like. Simon. The understudy this year, remember, of course, they sold Kepa for a record fee to Chelsea. The player that was supposed to step in is the promising Spanish youth international Alex Ramiro, but I'll tell you about the issues there in just a bit. Asensio, Kroos, Modric sneaks it through Garcia. Bale chopped down. No card. Inigo will get a talking to.
To reach in, that's all. There's no chop, but Bale goes down. We'll see as this ball comes back. There's the intended hole, kept alive, and then right here, reaching in, and Gareth's just too quick. Well refereed.
Luis Gonzalez, the 44-year-old, nearing the end of the line. Been around since '09. Carvajal settles. Cut out by Munayin, though. Clash bangs off of Iker. Intercepted by Modric. Back into the middle for Bale, and out comes Simon.
He was willing to make the run after Benz had dropped off. Good ball.
Into the middle, and he lets it run. Garcia sending it wide. Kick save by Courtois. Falls again for Yuri. And the shot right into the arms of the big Belgian.
Adam, and the number 9 is asking, play me in. There's chaos in the Real Madrid defence. They're stretched out after a good counter from Athletic Club. But the pop shots at Courtois are directly at him, and basically throws his cap on both shots, but Inaki Williams was open.
And wide for Bale. Tries to measure it, bangs it off of Oscar. Marcelo goes to the captain, in for Kroos. Defensive role today for the German. Ceballos' pass deflects. Andy Garcia back to Yuri.
There's certainly different massaging of the game from Real Madrid. Without the holding play of Casemiro. A little bit more adventure in this lineup. And again, it gives that Marcelo danger even more prominence when they do have possession. But you see they fall back in deep rank here quickly. So choreographed over their years of European dominance.
And that role for Kroos, Ray, is one that they tried to do last year. And he's done it before when he was on loan at Bayer Leverkusen, but he seemed to not feel comfortable. This season, it's been a different story. He's been nearly perfect on the pass. And in fact, today he is 18 for 18 in the opposite half and 96% so far on the game. 20 minutes left in the opening stanza and just on different pages.
There's another look. Wonderful little lead pass, and then this is kissed on first time. And then the pot shot is straight at Courtois, and this follow-up is when Inaki Williams had peeled away like skin on a tangerine from the defender, with the ball not played in.
Intriguing again, watching how Garcia fits in. I remember seeing him at Osasuna as an attacking player, athletic, more of a central midfielder. Benzema sends it wide. Asensio left foots it into the path of the Frenchman. Forced out of the box for Modric. Garcia can do pretty much anything from the midfield forward, and great on those trailing runs.
Sergio Ramos lurking in the box as well, if they can get the feed for the cross.
Too tight to Simon, no problem for the Vitoria-born keeper. Finish the story there. Alex Ramiro in the last year of his contract, Ray, and you know how important those contracts are when you take a look at how much money they got on the sale of Kepa. They have told the 23-year-old, no matter how good he is, he will not play again for Athletic unless he signs an extension. And he says he's willing to talk, but they still haven't put pen to paper, and that's just kept the door open for Unai Simon, who's looked pretty good.
Has looked solid for sure. And quick with his feet and his leaving of his lane.
Behind Iñaki. Ceballos with space.
Will be tested more here.
Bale on his left. Kicks up on Garcia.
Oh,
what
magic
a pass by Marcelo. Asensio back to the middle, but it sails. And it would not have counted anyway, even though Modric puts it home.
You know, this is going to go to replay and see the magic of Marcelo.
Jose Matias lifts the flag.
Continue to dance. He pulls it on the left and then back heels it with the right. Brazilian class. And again.
Even Oscar, who's pretty tricky with his feet, had to applaud that one. 5 shots for Athletic, just 2 for Real Madrid so far, even if possession favors the visitors. We saw it earlier today, Ray, with Athletic's arch rivals La Real. They gave Barca a battle. Never easy coming to the Basque country. Courtois almost caught.
Playing with that typical Basque broken bottle edge without going over the top about it, but certainly are rattling the legs of the likes of Benzema and Gareth Bale, letting them know for a long night.
Into the center. That's the open Oscar. Advantage of DeMarcos, who's been converted to a right back, is when he gets involved in the attack, it's as though you have another playmaker.
Yep, got great range.
Out wide for Yuri. But on. Pops up on Benzema. Trying to settle it, Garcia. Ceballos being pressured. And Kroos takes the pressure off. Easy grab for Unai Simon.
Good positioning by the Spanish Youth International that Lopetegui will have a lot of familiarity with, of course.
Good pressure, close. Ramos. Pops up on Ceballos, calm.
Nicely.
Ramos leading the break. The back heel now. Ceballos for Marcelo. Captain continues to push forward. Benzema wide for Bale. Looking for Sergio. Runs into the back of Berchiche. Popped up, slapped away by Simon on the shot. And now finally cleared away. Asensio came close. Marcelo for Bale. Can't get the cross in. Comes off the Welshman. And out for the goal kick.
Wonderful play by Real Madrid. And great defensive. Repelling by Athletic Club. Looks like a good class save this. Fading away from him. And big left paw comes up. Asensio sets his options up on the inside. Sees nothing. So goes for gold. Just not enough height on the strike to send it over and away from Unai Simon. But still, cat-like. lion's share of the possession and the variety from the Royal Whites here. Playing well, no way through yet. Again, battling the latch. Athletic Club showing in their sporadic attacks that this man's got to be on his game tonight. Very evenly balanced game.
Marcelo. And carries. Still the spin takes it off of Oscar and out. Simon. Nice sharp pass. Out to Dani Garcia. First year after making the jump from Eibar. He's been integral, filling in for Iturraspe. This could be a break. Oscar making the run, so Iñaki. Susaeta takes his time, finds Oscar, squares, and Iñaki knocks it home! The first goal for Williams, if he's the one that got the touch.
Fabulous
goal! Might have been stolen for the goal by Iker.
The build-up is beautiful, and it comes from way, way deep. Just don't look at the thunder at the end of this lightning attack. Look at all of the sparks that go off from way deep. Courtois, no answer to this. It's a square ball, and I think it's in his compass. But Athletic Club are just too quick for him. Again, Susaeta leads this one. DeMarcus stabs it. Courtois comes with his legs and is nowhere close to finding it. Beautiful ball played in. DeMarcus pulls it square. Inaki gets enough of it to bundle it over the line. Courtois again comes off, and it's a little bit late on that attack of the ball for me. Never going to get this in a month of Sundays again. Courtois, but Inaki doesn't care. He gets a little touch and may have even come off of Iker Muniain, who pushes it over.
Talked about how Williams had not scored at home in nearly 2 years, Ray, in league play. But I don't think he is angry at Muniain, because if Iker had not touched it and Ramos flies in to clear.
Sure. No, you got to stick it in, even if it's on the line and it's going over the line. You always take the insurance policy out and make 100% certain. But that goal, Phil, we saw the end result of it in the Real Madrid half. The build-up came from deeper in Athletic Club's half.
And again, it's that versatility of Oscar DeMarcos who helps create that chance.
Well, you called it early. That's part of this wonderful athleticism built into these youngsters, the versatility. DeMarcus started off as a midfield player. He's part of that great Athletic Club that wiped the floor with Manchester United in the European competition, both in this stadium and at Old Trafford, in an unbelievable display of Basque magic. And DeMarcus, I thought, was going to be the player that everybody would become knocking for at the big EPL Fat Cats of cash, but he stayed at his beloved club and had a big part to play in that go-ahead goal.
Still just 29, but if you want to buy someone away from Athletic, it's going to cost you. Just take a look at Laporte and Kepa. Down goes Muniain again, fouled from behind. And it looks like it might have been Modric, maybe Kroos, but
very
Luka getting a talk
in this midfield. Iker Muniain playing much more of an instrumental role in creating, always sparky with his overall responsibility and his creativity. Usually see him playing much more of an advanced position, but as he is growing older, he's still only 25. Remember when he made his debut at a 16-year-old, Phil? We were calling the games.
You know what that means?
I know.
Lifted up. Chance for Garcia! But it's not going to count. discipline from the Real Madrid defense, but this is going to be worth a look.
No complaints from Garcia, which is not a good sign, and it looks like he is offside. Beautiful ball fed in, but he attacks it too quickly.
Let's talk about something they will be talking about in the journals tomorrow. Nice steal away on that goal by Iker Muniain. Is that a play, as Iñaki challenges, is that a play that Keylor Navas would have stopped? Because that's the goalkeeping controversy that was foisted on Lopetegui when Courtois was purchased away from Chelsea.
Yep.
We asked the same thing when Navas gave up some earlier goals, so only fair to turn it around. 1-0 Athletic, 9 minutes to go in the first half.
Elusive, quick to the ball he was, and Muniain finished it off for certain. Well, we've got a game on now, and Real Madrid going to have to chase this game with a bit more gusto ahead of the game on Wednesday against the team from the eternal city of Italy. They did not want this sort of challenge, but they've got the bench as well to turn to, and that is stacked with world-class talent. Strap yourselves in, it's going to be bumpy nicely.
Oh, Marcelo. And Ramos again, by design, pushing up into the attack. Modric fakes right, cuts left, shot deflected, down goes Simon. What a save!
Fabulous, wonderful reach in. Lucas sees it, spots it, identifies the corner of the area where he slingshots this one. Does it take a deflection? If it does, that's even more admirable than the save of Unai Simon, who's making a name for himself. Good ball.
Nice control by Asensio, but the shot sails.
He's so quick as well. This one fed through right here. It does take a little bit of a kiss right there off the knee of the defender. That's brilliant goalkeeping from this Athletic Club youth product. He has got to extend everything and grow his nails really quickly.
Touch back, playing it across. Do what he wants. In for Iker and then back. Beñat.
Well played.
Garcia.
Oh,
Shot
first
down.
time ball was on for Inaki Williams.
And the pass comes too late. Marcelo reads it well. Bale bends back for Bale. Late whistle from Gonzalez. Free kick Real. Varane. Ramos on his horse. Kroos eludes one tackle.
Oh.
Williams coming in from the side and just touched him. Either that or maybe bringing it back to the earlier contact.
I don't think so. He comes in here and square and reaches in and clips cross. Again, deceptive. Kind of as if he just toe poked it and then contacted the body. It was clear foul.
Garcia holding off cross. Missed Garcia, almost forced in to Bale. Kroos takes the pressure off.
Ceballos and Marcelo.
Steps in. Raul Garcia. Now out wide. This could be a foot race. Varane backs off. Iñaki trying to get around the Frenchman. And they still continue the battle. Marcelo joins in, poked away Varane.
Tremendous strength from the 24-year-old. Iñaki faces up to the tigerish Varane. And answers like for like.
Again, this has been a fun match, but you sense the anticipation for something special. In you go. Sails, no problem for Courtois. We talk about how hard it can be to go to the Basque country. No foul this time. Garcia finds Susaeta. Iñaki's in the middle.
Nice.
Lets it run. But Garcia wasn't back in time.
Benat, who was coming on to try to strike through that one, but again, just the frog's hair away from kissing that into Benat's area was Iñaki Williams. Again, impressive build-up from Athletic Club. Here they come the other way.
Modric surfing the wave. Now Bale. If you missed anything, the Volkswagen halftime show will recap you on what's been an interesting week, to say the least, with La Liga back in action. We're talking about the Basque country being difficult. It really wasn't for Real Madrid for 15 games, 13-1-1 until last season, where Athletic stiffened to earn draws both games, and now they have the lead. The tail is turned. Chance again for Garcia, launching it. Another foot race.
Great ball.
Ramos back. Iñaki trying to shield the captain, but can't.
Too much experience in Sergio. Oh, beautiful play from Marcelo. And again, he keeps on dripping coffee onto it. Beautiful. And Ramos was tremendous there as well. Iñaki Williams up against Varane earlier. That was like for like, but not against the captain, Ramos.
Bale. Carvajal. Bale. Stripped. And then a Greco-Roman pull down, showing his frustration.
His initial reading was beautiful from Martinez. When Bale tried to go past him, Martinez was reading him like Jack and Jill. No problem. And there's the wonderful hocus pocus from Marcelo.
The very start of this match, you said this would be Real Madrid's toughest test. Everyone was looking forward to the Champions League. They got a bit fortunate in their first match of the draw. Not taking on the big clubs yet, as they'll open up against Roma, then Espanyol, then Sevilla, then Atleti in rapid succession. Final minute approaches of this opening half. If they were overlooking Athletic, they won't be at the half. Marcelo defends well. A trip in midfield. And it looks like the yellow will come out from Gonzalez. Yeray going in the book. Something else you mentioned, Ray. Athletic cannot consider this anywhere near comfortable with the likes of Vasquez and Isco and returning Mariano on the bench.
Turn, nice touch.
Ceballos, Modric, Asensio. Fans thought it went out, but The ex-Mallorca man keeps it in, and on the stroke of 45, Gonzalez wants time to catch his breath. 1-0 on the 32nd minute goal from that man.
Well, Ica was the one who pushed it over, but it was a wonderful attack, orchestrated by the initial architect, Oscar De Marcos. We'll have a look at it, and we'll ask questions about the goalkeeping, perhaps.
Athletic 1, Real 0 at the half.